Welcome to DIU Escape Room Reviews. I'm Dom.
I'm Phil.
That is Phil.
Yes.
And we review escape rooms.
That we do.
Today we're going to talk about Lock Museum Adventure in Terryville, Connecticut.
One of my favorite rooms.
I have to agree with you. This is in the Eagle Lock Museum. And it's called the Lock Museum of America. You got to find the Pharaoh's Gold in this one. 5 rooms, 1 hour. Again, my cheater, but since they have a thing that goes back and forth, it's kind of hard to read. They're actually in hibernation for the winter. They said on their website they'll be open again May.
Just like a bear.
May 2019. So a few months. Let's click on About first there. So, about this place. The Lock Museum Adventure takes place in the Lock Museum of America, which houses the largest collection of locks and keys in the United States and quite possibly the world. The museum is in Terryville, Connecticut, on the site of the former headquarters of the Eagle Lock Company. You will use puzzles, riddles, and codes to open locks and antique safes to solve a mystery. Adventure rooms, also called escape rooms, clue rooms, challenge rooms, or puzzle rooms, are fun for friends, family, and coworkers. So I'm not going to go too much further, but some of the more unusual artifacts are a 4,000-year-old Egyptian lock, a 7,000-pound cannonball safe, and a treasure chest from the Spanish Armada.
That was my favorite lock.
I like the cannonball safe.
Cannonball was my second.
That was cool. But I did like the treasure chest.
And it still works.
Yes, and it still works. So that's about them. Now the game. Find the Pharaoh's Gold. In 1923, Abigail Atwater, an amateur archaeologist from Terryville, found a long-lost tomb of an Egyptian pharaoh. In her excitement, she broke the strange wooden lock on the chamber and found a casket of enormous treasure. She returned to her hometown and lived a life of leisure, but as the years went by, her conscience got the better of her. In penance for plundering the tomb, she became a benefactor of the Lock Museum of America. She donated the 4,000-year-old Egyptian wooden lock as a museum centerpiece. Just before she died, she hid the Pharaoh's gold in the museum. The treasure has yet to be discovered. You will explore 5 rooms on the entire second floor of the museum to look for clues to solve the mystery. Unlike most escape rooms, you will not be confined or locked into one room. You'll have an hour to achieve the goal. This room here, we did this one back in March or April of 2018. We were very novice doing this room. We had 2 other people with us. We had our friend Gary and friend Mike, and that was our team for a while here.
Yeah.
Was those 2, and Gary is a very smart person. He's very good at these rooms. Mike just likes to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? Every team
it's
is
cool.
made up like that.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. He did his part and he did what he had to do, but he wasn't as enthused as you, me, and Gary were. But this room, we suggest at least 5 people for this room because you have 5 rooms to look. The rooms aren't locked. There's no doors.
There's no doors.
So you have 5 rooms to search before you can even attempt anything, really. And
It's not really an escape room, more of a puzzle room.
it is a puzzle room, yes, because you're trying to find the gold. It's a puzzle room. It's a code room.
There are no doors. Well, that's not true. There is a door.
Yeah, there will be. But 5 people. We suggest 5 people for this room. We did it with 4. With a little extra time, we went through it all. Again, we were very novice when it came to doing this room. I enjoyed it immensely. One of my top 10 rooms of all time. It's for everything. All proceeds go straight to the museum. The people that work there are working there voluntarily. They don't get paid. I'm not sure about now because their website has changed since the last time I looked at it. But when we first booked it, the website was done by the local high school. It could still very well be. Websites change daily. Designs, and you can do so much more stuff now with websites than you could way back when. But this one holds a special place in my heart because it was very well done, using what they already have in the building.
Yes.
They bought minimal locks because they have a ton of locks. You're going to use everything on the second floor.
You're going to use locks that are actual locks that you will not use in any other room.
Any other
Anywhere
place, right? Any other escape room, anywhere else. They do have some of your modern locks, like the directional locks and the word locks and stuff like that. But the clues, everything is there. You're going to use what's there, and they didn't have to design the room. They designed the game around the rooms.
Yes.
So they did it very minimal budget, and I think it was very, very well done. If you want a book, they're not currently accepting. I think it was only $20, $25 a person when we did
it was 20 or 23, yeah.
Something like that, right? And again, like all the money goes straight to the Lock Museum, but that includes a small tour of the Lock Museum.
Get there early.
Yeah, get there early. They want you. You want. Most places want you there 15 minutes early. Get there a half hour early. Take a look around the whole place.
That was one of my favorite parts of the whole thing.
The little tour.
Yeah,
it was cool.
They got so many pieces of history there. The Eagle Lock Company was one of the first lock companies in the United States.
Right.
And
it was huge.
For a while, I think it was the only one. And they got a ton of things there. Not only the locks, they got some of the tools that were used to make them. Mm-hmm. Stuff from different time periods. Stuff that I guarantee no one's ever seen or knew about unless you were in the industry. And I thoroughly enjoyed it because being in that building, and the person who worked there that met us there gave us more or less a guided tour. It was a self-walking guided tour.
Right.
That he explained. He knew everything about everything that was in that building.
He showed us
unbelievable.
He showed us old maps of what the place looked like. Terryville.
Yep.
And then had to step outside and say, well, you see where this store is now. Well, this was this building.
Yeah.
You see where this is now. There's only like maybe two and like half buildings or something still standing from the original lock company, Eagle Lock Company. Not including the headquarters that the museum is in now. This room was a tough room.
It is.
I'd like to go back again and do it since it's been almost a year since we've done it. I'd like to go back and just do the room again. Who knows? Maybe they changed a few things too. You don't know.
They could have.
By far, one of my favorite rooms. We talk about time wasters. there's really no time wasters in this, but yourself. You're your own time waster because you were just looking at everything that's in the room.
Yeah.
You are your own time waster.
The room is the whole second floor.
Right.
And besides being the game, it's still the second floor of the museum.
Of the museum, right.
And there's still stuff on display, and you find yourself just going off on tangents because you see something cool, and you just
exactly.
You know, but it's not an easy room.
Nope.
And they used existing locks from the past in cool and interesting ways.
Yes.
They really thought of different ways to use what they had.
What they have, right? Exactly. Like I said, they built the game around the rooms, around the second floor of this building. It was very well thought out. Very well thought out.
Their delivery system is the person that works there.
Yes.
He's just hanging out.
He's sitting in the chair. He's got his list, and he's just making sure that you go through.
Yeah.
He really doesn't give you. If you ask for a hint, he's not going to give you the answer. He's going to tell you, well, you were just by that spot. Or
Yeah.
You were just there. Come on, like. And even if you try to say, can you elaborate, there really was no elaborating because you were right there, and it's there. It's there. You just got to find it. I can't, I enjoyed this room a lot. And again, like I said, you're time wasting. I mean, I'm repeating a lot of things, but no time wasters. You're your own time waster. I can't express that enough. So everything is very overwhelming, but try to stay focused on your mission.
and again, I know you mentioned it before. It's one of the new trend that's coming up now that museums are opening up these rooms, and all the proceeds are going to the museum, to the cause.
Right.
And because this day and age,
a
lot of people aren't going to museums anymore.
You're right.
And this is a way to get people in the door. That's why they started it.
Right, and that's also where we reviewed Wigwam. I think was our second or third episode, I believe it was, possibly fourth. Anyway, one of our most recent episodes of season 2. They're the same way. They're the Institute of Indian Heritage or Native American Heritage or something to that effect. And again, all the proceeds are going straight to that. I mean, I'm sure they pay their workers, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's, you're helping out them. It's not like people are making money off of this.
Right.
It's going to an institution, which I'm all for. I'm all for people making money too. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for that too. But this is more of a good cause, keeping a place open. Whatever you got to do, getting people to go out to museums, go out to places to learn information, just to learn. Highly suggest this room.
And again, if you're interested in old machinery, if you're interested in old locks, if you're interested in the history of the area, it's really a great building.
Yes.
And it's really, I could spend a ton of time there. And it's nice to have that tour with someone who knows about everything in there. It's not just a person who's sitting at the door to say, okay, this is your room, go, I'll see you in an hour.
Right.
It's, this guy knew and there's hundreds and hundreds of locks on display, and he knew everything about every lock.
Right.
Being in there really blew me away. And I think the hardest part about it is just staying focused.
It is. It definitely is. There's not much more we can really say, but just the way that they used each room, each clue for each room, each lock was just amazing. How they were able to do that on a minimal budget, like they did. You see a lot of places nowadays. They're just going and spending anywhere between 5 and 15, 20 grand and getting an escape room, buying an escape room, and just building the area to suit that room. And then they have all the locks, all the puzzles, all the keys, whatever they need. where these people are actually creating the game from what they have.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what the original like escape rooms were. Because it really wasn't bought rooms at the time.
Right.
There weren't these fancy props where you turn this dial here, turn this dial there, turn that dial there, and then all of a sudden the magnetic door opens. This is, okay, here's your combination. Here's this. Here's that. There's, and it was very well done.
And everything that they needed, they had. If they didn't have it, it was all stuff they could pick up at a local hardware store.
Right. And like we said earlier, yes, they do have the modern directional lock. They do have the modern word lock, where you can change your combo and make the word whatever you want, or numbers whatever you want. They do have those locks in there too, because you do have to have some modern stuff into here. But just the way to get those codes was to open those locks was just phenomenal. I really, again, thoroughly enjoyed this room. I would love to go back. Maybe we could book it again in May. Just to go back and re-experience this. Because again, that was probably room, I want to say 9, 10, somewhere, it was low. Maybe even 11, somewhere in that area for us. And now we're at 73, and I'd just love to go back and experience that again.
And again, it's a room that, you see all these big rooms, and they're all the props in it, and the walls are preformed, and all this stuff. This is a room that it's real.
Right.
There's not one thing in this room, in the whole building,
right,
that's not real.
Right.
Everything's real. It's 100% real. There's no real props in it. It's
no electronic props
No.
whatsoever. They're all mechanical locks.
Yep.
And it was just a great room to do. Really, we can go on and on repeating ourselves. We tell everybody, whenever we talk to any other escape room employees, owners, enthusiasts, we tell them, check out the Lock Museum in Terryville. By far one of my favorite, again, top 10 rooms that we've done. What would you do? 1 to 5?
This is a tough room for me to rate. I'm going with a 4.
Okay.
I don't give out a lot of 5s.
Right.
And I was kind of on the edge if I wanted to go a little bit higher. I definitely wouldn't go any lower.
Right.
I'm going to go with a definite 4 though.
I'm going to go 4.5. Because I've come to like appreciate the magnetic doors and the way that they're whatever it is.
Yeah. Integrated
into what they do. But for a low budget room, and I mean very low budget room, it's 4.5 stars. It's 4.5 all the way. Again, bring a minimum of 5 people. I don't care how experienced you are. Bring a minimum of 5 people with you.
And there is stuff to keep a group going.
Yes.
It's not like some things where everyone has to work on the same puzzle at the same time. We were all in different rooms and didn't even see each other until we came together to do whatever had to be done.
Exactly. That's why I'm recommending you bring 5 people for this room. We did it with 4, very novice. Bring 5 people. Again, I want to redo this room just to refamiliarize myself with it, re-experience it. But definitely 4.5 room. And it's the Lock Museum. Again, they're going to open May of 2019 is what their website says. So double back, check back with their website. Their website will be right under me. Their name is right under Phil.
Yeah.
And again, without repeating, we can't just say how much we like this room enough. So
definitely go there.
Definitely, highly recommend it. you get a chance, check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, DIU Escape Room Reviews, both. If there's a room out there that you want us to check out, you can email us at damn it, I did it again, man. I'm
At
so used to
DIU
Go ahead.
Escape Room Review singular at gmail.com.
DIU Escape Room Review at gmail.com.
You need a beta tester?
Again,
Let us know.
email us. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'm Don.
I'm Phil.
That is Bill. We're DIU Escape Room Reviews. Later.
Peace out.